Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. My name's Emily from the Ripples Customer Success Team here at the Ripples HQ. So excited to have you all join us here today. We're going to show you what is up and what you can expect from today's session. So we are going to basically be covering the basics of the Ripple Maker, how to get started step by step from drinks to personalization all the way to different kinds of content and how to interact and engage with the Ripple Maker. So we're going to print on a couple coffees here, hopefully get you engaging with us and talk a little bit about the marketing side of things, some social tips that we have. So let's get started. So engaging your guests is a huge part of today's world. And the Ripple Maker is making that a little bit easier by helping you customize and get your branding out there, spread your messaging in brand new and fun ways. So here you can see on my screen, I have a QR code above my head. You can actually scan that with your camera phones. And we've got the Ripple Maker UI. So we're connected right to our Ripple Maker here today. And we're just going to talk a little bit about the user interface and what is hidden in there. There's a lot of fun features. And we have some really special content that's been released this month, so we can talk a little bit about that. So first things first, this is our Ripples dynamic content. You can see here on the screen. This will be updated regularly for you. Every month you'll get a brand new selection of ripples, and here you can see we've got ones with a lot of blank space that have been created just for customization. So if you actually long click on one of those images that has a very large blank space, you'll see a couple icons pop up. We've got that pencil icon, so be sure to use this because you'll be able to edit in real time. The baristas won't have to use their phones for this, and you just click that pencil and it's going to take you to an editing screen where you can add texts on top. So here we're going to give that text a tap and it's going to pop up a keyboard for us and we'll be able to add whatever our wish is. So this isn't a hard one for me. I'm pretty sure we're all in the same boat for this one. So travel is definitely on my wish list, and you can move it around right on the Ripple Maker screen. So let's go like that. You can adjust the different fonts. So there's a bunch of fonts that come with it, and you can make it bigger or smaller and adjust it. So let's get that one printing. We've got a cappuccino there. You can kind of see it in there already. Once you're ready with your custom design, you hit Ripple it, and in 10 short seconds, you've actually customized and printed an image for your guests. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can integrate your Ripple Maker into your facility. This would be the barista method or the bartender method, or even your servers can get in on the fun and edit on the screen and surprise guests. So it's a really easy way to just kind of wow someone if you know their name, your favorite customers coming in all the time, and you can customize in real time. So here we go. Let's show you what we got. Let's see. Can you see? All right, so yes, my wish for 2021 is that I get to travel a little bit more. So we're gonna put that over here, oops, and talk a little bit more about what we have on the user interface. So at the bottom of the Ripple Maker screen, you'll see we have 3 buttons: triangle, circle, and square. Those are very familiar to us Android users. We're gonna press that triangle to go back to the regular UI screen. So we've got some really beautiful content in here, and I absolutely adore the pop art here. And if you adore them as much as I do, I highly suggest giving those a long click and clicking on that star button. So if you hit that star button, let's do it again on this one, just in case you missed that. Hit that star, and it actually will be saved into your favorites folder here on the top right hand corner. So we can click that favorites folder, and you can see we've got a bunch saved. So those ones won't be switching out at the end of the month. They'll be saved in your file there called favorites. So that's a super fun feature that's hidden inside the Ripple Maker that you all need to know about. So let's see what's next. The second method of communicating with the Ripple Maker is a new way to engage. It's really fun, and it gets your actual guests speaking with the ripple maker. So we're going to switch our screens over to my phone and turn on my phone. And what you're going to do is you can place posters and use digital signage for this method. You're just going to get them to place, you can have QR codes. I have a little QR code here, and you've got the QR code up there. So I actually encourage you to open up your cameras with me. So press on that camera button and find your QR code on the screen, and you'll see a little web page kind of pops up. The camera finds it all on its own. Let's do that again. And the link, you can follow it directly to our web app. So it'll take a few seconds. This one here above me is a private web app. It'll connect you directly to my ripple maker here. So please send me some images, maybe your pets and dogs. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. On the generic web app, which is the one that I've scanned, you'll see it's offering me a different location where we're at. So we're going to find Emily's coffee shop and enter that location. So here on this screen, you'll see we have 3 different options. We can send a photo, text, or choose from the library. So the library is the same as the ripple maker. You'll see all the general content that we're uploading on a monthly basis there. But let's start with a photo. So you guys can follow along on editing your own photo. You want to pick a photo that has a nice white background, so there's a big contrast between your face and the background. If there's too much stuff going on behind you, it's going to be very hard to make that contrast. That'll make an optimal picture. So go into selfie mode and try to hide that poster behind me. And if you're happy with that picture, we're going to hit OK. And now, if you've been brought into the app, we've been made monochrome. We can zoom in on our face there. And you'll see at the bottom, we've got logo, bright light, and dark light. I really love the way dark light looks. It looks like it's really darkened my hair. My eyes are really kind of popping. That's exactly what we're looking for when using the web app. And at the top, another amazing customizable feature that you can use too is frames. Now, frames are a really excellent way to get your handle in front of your audience. Anytime someone who uses Instagram sees a handle, they know exactly where to share it, who to tag. It makes that whole process of sharing and communicating online that much easier. So we're going to find and show you some of the new frames that we have. So here, kind of like the image that we just edited, but it's a frame style. We can move our face around inside the frame to see where it sits best. This one says Happy Winter. And let's use this one. I'm going to shrink my face a little bit. And once you're happy with the image that you've made, hit submit. And in a few short seconds, you'll actually see it arriving to the ripple maker. We are number 5. So I think some people are probably sending me some images, which is very exciting. I absolutely love that. So let me just check what images we have so far. All right, we got a bunch. Okay, so let's switch it over and then you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. So there we go. This is our mobile queue. You can click on your mobile queue. Let's get out of the mobile queue first and show you over here. We've got that little red badge in the corner that shows us our mobile queue number of how many people have sent us images here today. And we've got a bunch of images. Oh, that's gorgeous. Let's print that one. We've got one of our viewers and their puppy dog. So we are printing on a cappuccino some mobile images that were sent. So in a matter of a few seconds, we've communicated with the ripple maker. It downloads instantaneously. If you're connected to a Wi-Fi, we're actually connected on a LAN cable today. Make sure things are going nice and smooth. And we are printing a puppy on a cappuccino. So I think we technically call that a puppuccino. So remember I was saying we want to have that nice light background. This is a great example of a background that's dark, so there's not as much contrast in the image, but still it turns out quite beautifully with the ripple maker. So that is one flow, and I do see we've got a couple of logos going on here. Oh, just one logo. But let's switch back to my camera and I'll be able to show you how to send logos and texts. So you see this button here that made the whole image kind of darker. That's what we want to use for a logo. It's going to make the blacks blacker, and that's exactly what we need when we're sending a logo. It makes it very dark. But let's skip straight to text. So text is a fun way that you can get your guests to send messages and create their own custom content. It's a brand new level of personalization that they are in charge of. They have full reign over what they are going to have printed on their copies. So we're gonna send you all a nice message. And once you've got your message, no spelling mistakes, click that little check mark, and you'll see down here at the bottom we have a variety of different fonts that you can choose from. And you can actually tap it multiple times, and it's going to transform the text in a different configuration. So you can find which one works best. Like this one, the all is a little bit too big for me, also here. But this one's quite nice, I like that. And that one's pretty good. And I love this one. So once you're ready, you can of course add a frame. You can, like I said, add your own frames, and we're going to talk about that soon on the Ripples Cloud, about controlling the content on the app and the Ripple Maker, so you can get your branding and your messaging in front of your guests. So we're going to hit submit, and let's switch back to the Ripple Maker before it arrives. You can see here, whoop, up here, the little arrows are spinning. That means it is syncing from the internet, and there we go. Our image has arrived. So we've got a super cutie pie right here. Let's print this one. I think it's adorable. One of our guests has sent a cute frame and picture. An excellent example of a great photo. It's nice and dark, the hair, and the skin is very bright and reflective. All right. So if you didn't get a chance to send, please go ahead and scan that QR code. I'm glad a bunch of you already did. It's very exciting that you're interacting with me all over the world. Like I said, I couldn't travel the past few months, so it's good to be all over the place now through the internet. So thanks guys for making that happen. So we talked about sending texts, and we talked about sending selfies. It's a really great way to encourage your guests to interact and engage. You can actually, we have a link that you can integrate the QR code onto any digital menu, so it doesn't have to be a QR code and they don't have to scan it. It can be simply put a link inside of a menu, and it brings them straight to the Ripples web app. So I think we have a little bit more to talk about on the Ripple Maker, and it's called daily maintenance. So we started out with the really fun stuff, and I just want to show you exactly how easy it is to care for your Ripple Maker. Super simple. We have this menu here on the button on the top left hand corner. You can tap that, or actually swipe on your Ripple Maker from left to right, and it's going to open up the maintenance menu. So first thing on the menu is replace pod, and that is crucial because you guys, I know, are printing, and when you replace a pod, it's pretty straightforward. It takes a few seconds. You click replace pod, and it opens up a wizard that brings you through the whole process. Once you hit accept, you'll see the pod moves forward for you, and you open up that blue latch and gently wiggle it in and out, and you've installed a new cartridge. Once you're done, and the wizard will tell you all the steps. Click done, and the pod will move back into place. Every time you do switch out your cartridge, the Ripple Maker will remind you to do a pod setup. Oh, we're a little blurry. There we go. So we're going to dismiss right now because we don't need to do a pod setup. That pod is working perfectly, and it's not brand new. So that is step one on your maintenance. And we also have a wizard here. It's called Clean the Drip Tray Wizard. This is the drip tray that's located on the left-hand side of the Ripple Maker. The drip tray fills up with a couple of drops of extract, so you want to make sure you clean that out before you go home at night. Gets rid of any of that sticky residue. So we're going to click clean the drip tray, and you can see the drip tray being demonstrated right here on the side. My drip tray definitely needs to be cleaned. So you're gonna wipe that off and dry it before putting it back inside. And the wizard actually just tells you the steps and lets you know exactly what to do in case you forgot. So we're gonna hit done since we just completed the steps, and we are going to talk about raising the tray for cleaning, because everyone knows who's working in the food and beverage industry that things get a little bit messy and can spill and splash, and you know. So raised tray for cleaning lets you get your hand in under that tray so you can get any messes that may have spilt throughout the day, and that's something you want to do every night before going home. And of course, when it's all cleaned, you can hit that lower and the tray will go back to its position. So that's pretty much it. That's the daily maintenance. That's what we recommend. Of course, keep your Ripple Maker online so you can receive all of the fun, fresh content and any amazing software updates that you'll be getting. Let's open that settings menu, make sure we didn't forget anything important. I did want to talk a little bit about print quality. So if you are having issues, we have a new self-diagnosis issue calculator. So you print an image and then you can compare it to different images on the screen. That will tell you how your print quality is doing and how you can solve it. So it brings self-diagnosis to a brand new level. So we're going to check to see if we have any new images sent on our mobile queue. And it looks like we don't, but I'm going to print this logo because somebody sent an awesome logo and I know this is going to print amazingly. Let's open that front door so you guys can see the magic happen. So send me your images, pretty easy. I hope everyone got how that works. I didn't go through that too fast. Open up your camera on your smartphone, scan the QR code, and follow the steps we covered. And there we go. Just love this logo. See how beautiful that is? That's some awesome milk we have here on our cappuccinos. Let's make some room for that one. Okie dokie, let's switch to the camera so you guys can see me nice and large, because we're going to talk a little bit about the pod extracts. I get questions about these all the time, from what are they made out of and how long do they last. So our Ripples pod, we have 3 types. So this was the first one, our coffee pod. The coffee pod was where we started printing on coffees, and it is made from coffee extracts. So there's no food colorings and there's no harsh preservatives. We actually using lemon juice to preserve it. So that's incredible technology that we worked with our chemists here on site in Israel to build, and we worked with HP to develop this special cartridge. We have our malt extract, which is perfect for beers and cocktails. This one has been taste tested and is completely flavorless. The coffee has a slight aroma of coffee, and we're working to make everything a little bit better. So this one also, no food colorings, no chemicals. You can be totally 100% sure that you're consuming something that is safe, and that's super important to all of us here at Ripples. And we have a third extract that I love a lot. It has such an amazing color. It's made from black carrots. It comes out such a bright color. It turns out amazing. Again, there's no harsh chemicals in here. There's no actual dyes. It's made from the actual extract from carrots, and we're using apple cider vinegar to preserve our black carrot pod. So those are our 3 formulations and the 3 different ways you can color and print on top of your drinks. A little bit more about the black carrot. I love it on top of a variety of beverages, from certain types of healthy lattes. We've been making these beetroot lattes here at HQ, and they are divine, and it looks amazing because the beetroot makes a pink kind of milk, and the black carrot totally accents that. We also use it on cocktails, milkshakes, and we even started printing on cookies, cupcakes, and all sorts of desserts. So anything that has that super smooth, super glossy surface is ideal to print on, and that black carrot is absolutely stunning. So I highly recommend that black carrot extract. So those are our pods. Each pod cartridge is going to give you approximately 5 to 1,000 prints, depending on what kind of images. If you're doing a full selfie that's dark every time, you'll get a little bit less, but if you're doing a small text, you'll get even more than that. So that's a little bit about our pods and how they work and what they're made out of. So we also mentioned that we wanted to talk a bit about how to control the content on your Ripple Maker. So I have another screen set up for that. We're gonna go to this one. All right. Well, and back from YouTube. So that was from earlier. So this is the Ripples Cloud. Let me just get my web camera on there. No, he doesn't want to show up today. All right. So this is the Ripples Cloud login. If you don't have a login, please contact us at customer support at drinkripples.com, and we'll hook you up with a user so you can start uploading content on your Ripple Maker, because part of the whole Ripples experience is being able to control your branding and your messaging, using it as a platform to communicate to your guests what you believe in the most. So we are logging in to Emily's coffee shop. There we go. So under Ripple Maker is where you want to go in devices, and this is going to show us exactly what content is being displayed on your Ripple Maker or on the mobile app. That also includes the Ripples web app. So here you can see with these two linked folders, these are called channels, and these channels are provided to you by Ripples HQ. So if we click the eyeball, you'll be able to see the images that we were just looking at on the Ripple Maker. So we're going to go back, and we are going to create a channel. So creating a channel is a way to organize your content. It's going to help keep everything nice and fluid. So we have Valentine's coming up, so let's pick the hearts. This is an icon, so I know exactly what this folder contains. So now we have an empty channel. We're going to click that pencil icon, and you can either start assigning ripples from the previous that you've already uploaded, or you can select from your computer with this button. All right, it's going to open a screen, and I know you won't be able to see it, but that's okay. Bear with me. We're going to find some Valentine's Day ripples. And once we have a bunch, we're just going to click upload and click open. So control click allows me to grab a bunch of different images, and as you can see, if anything isn't sized properly to the 1700 by 1700 pixels, we're going to actually have to upload that separately with our create a ripple tool. So that'll allow you to add different sized images, because if they're not sized to 1700 by 1700, they will get kind of chopped off, like you can see this one. So we're gonna get rid of that one. Oh, Merry Christmas. I'm not really sure how that got in there. So once you're ready, click upload all, and it's going to ask you what dates you would like those images available at. So we're gonna go next month and start them on the 1st and have them end on February 15th, and click assign to channel. So if we go to our Ripple Maker again, we'll be able to see that that new channel is now there, and it has 2 ripples in it. If we want that same on the mobile app, we click mobile app, and we actually are not click the right location, and so you can actually click select channel, and you see that new channel that we just created is there. So we're going to select and hit save, and now that channel is going to be on my mobile app and the Ripples web app. So that's how you're going to control content. On the mobile app is where you're going to add frames. While creating a frame, you want to probably create a special channel just for frames, and we'll pick this one, and I'm going to click that pencil icon again and upload images. I'm going to select ripples because I know I have some frames in here somewhere. These are the images that I've previously uploaded when I've been working on my account. So you'll be able to keep them in your Ripples library. They're there for a long time. Here we found some frames. So we're gonna click to grab a whole bunch of frames. And when you're ready, click upload all. And of course, they're going to ask you some dates. And we'll just put them for a week and a half. And you can tell that they're frames because they have that see-through part in the back. So that's an important part. They need to be 1700 by 1700 and also transparent, and a little bit of white behind the writing is always helpful to create your own branded images. Be sure to click frames when uploading, and those will be on the mobile app. So we are going a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I got excited and started talking about frames. So let's talk a little bit about social media, and let's see if the webcam wants to show up yet. No webcam. Let's see, Chrome. Okay, so we're just going to keep talking about social media. So social media is a fun and interactive way to communicate with your guests. All the Zoomers and the millennials are expecting you to do a two-way communication. So some things that are very important is to make sure that you are sharing images that your guests share online and tagging them back. That kind of interaction is going to encourage more people to come visit their location and see that you're doing some really cool things with the Ripples technology. So some other golden tips I have is for you to post often and post regularly, and post a nice variety of images that entertain your guests. And also, speaking about variety, it's important to use a lot of variation in your hashtags that you are using. So you can see here I'm using everything from drinks and cocktails when we're talking about a cocktail, but we're also talking about social media tips and any kind of industry that your brand touches on. You want to kind of tag to grab the widest audience as possible. At your location, it's important to also encourage your guests to tag and check in online. That'll give you the option to share their images that they've created, and also be sure to create your own hashtag. I have to draw attention to one of our customers here up the road, Cafe Larice. They actually opened in September. That's about 4 months ago, and they've been gone through 2 separate lockdowns, and as they just opened in 2 months ago, they've actually gained almost 13,000 followers in 2 short months. And they have a line all day long, and it's just amazing what's going on there. They're encouraging their guests to share. They have lots of fun, fresh content, and they're using frames and their logo. People are tagging them on social media, and they share absolutely everything that their guests share. So here's some stories from Cafe Larice. And these are all made by people that are visiting. They don't need to make any content barely nowadays, because everyone is constantly posting and sharing their images. So if you follow this kind of method like Cafe Larice, you as well will be able to skyrocket on social media. And look there, the line is just down the mountain, literally. Lots of fun going on at Cafe Larice. So I think that covers just about everything that I wanted to talk with you all today. We are going to do another check to see if we have some socials out there. Let's pull up my Ripple Maker screen. And oh wow, Espresso Cafe. I know who that is. Hey Serge, thanks for joining us. So I'm so glad Serge can join us. He's a mobile espresso bar that is over in the United States doing amazing things and spreading his message across social media as well. I highly recommend checking out his profile, all the fun stuff that's going on there at Express Cafe. Let's see if we can hold that a little closer, maybe a little straighter, Emily, straighter. There we go. So that's Express Cafe. That's awesome. And I think we have another milk coming. Let's see what else we've got here. This is another awesome logo. Oh, hello from Austin, Texas. That's amazing. Thanks, Austin. Hi. And we're ready to print. Little Haven Cafe. Ah, I recognize that. So if you do need help with creating some special materials, definitely reach out to us. As support, we can help you learn a little bit about if we didn't cover what you were looking for to learn about today. Let's see if that's straight. Again, these cameras are backwards. There we go. So that's a little haven. So some of you are probably wondering about these images that are being shared here on the mobile queue. So these are actually will be deleted 20 minutes after being printed. If they're not printed, they'll be deleted after 30 minutes. That's super important for you guys to know that we're not saving any of your images online. After they're gone forever. And we have another cappuccino all set. Let's print. Hello from Austin, Texas. So we are using the coffee extract here today, as you can see, printing on coffees, so that just works perfectly. Alrighty, take a look at that. Hold on. Can we see? Alright, good stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending so much images. That was a lot of fun. Let's switch back to camera and see if you guys have any questions. Where's my Zoom window? Open you all up. All right, guys, if you have questions, now's the time. I'd be so happy to help answer any questions that you have. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Emily. You're the best from Express Cafe in New York.
Woo! Thanks, Serge. Great to have you.
You too, guys.
We appreciate it.
Ciao Emily, thank you from Toronto.
Thank you. My pleasure. You guys are gonna. We're actually gonna have another webinar. We're gonna do a deep dive in a couple weeks, actually 2 weeks to be specific, all about the Ripples Cloud, all the different functionalities of the Ripples Cloud. So we're gonna deep dive into everything that you can do with the Ripples Cloud. It'll be more of a deep dive compared to today. We kind of just touched a little bit on everything. So you'll be able to see me, maybe not at trade shows like we used to, but you'll be able to see me online, which is something, right? You're welcome, Henrique. It's been a pleasure, really. I'm so glad so many of you could come and join us. And Alec, thank you. Any questions, my friends? Thank you, Yvonne. Let us know if you have any questions. You can also always send us at support at drinkripples.com. We have an amazing team over there. We couldn't do it without them. They are my right and left hand most days, so definitely hit them up. I'm also on there too, providing support, so definitely feel free to reach out to us. We're always around. Thank you, Serge. Take care. I hope everyone stays safe and healthy and has a great happy new year. It's 2021 is the year of health and travel. I heard, just a rumor, but hopefully everything will get a lot smoother. So. Well, yes, after the Ripples Cloud webinar, we're actually going to have a special cocktail webinar that will be coming up in the very beginning of February. So definitely stick around, keep in touch with our emails, find out what's going on. We're going to be doing a lot more webinars because we can't go anywhere. So it's nice and exciting to speak with you all online. So that one will be a little bit more exciting than the Ripples Cloud. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day and a great evening for those of you here. And we'll see you all online very soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.